Assuming you're searching for Bitgert cost expectations gauge for 2024, 2024, 2025, 2030 and need to know where the cost of Bitgert Brise will go from now on. We will examine the previous costs of Bitgert Brise and will figure out what specialists are talking about its future cost activities. Kindly remember that you really want to take this expectation and each and every forecast with the goal that this is just the idea of some market master examiners. Also, foreseeing something so wonderful is totally unimaginable. Be that as it may, we will make an honest effort. We should begin. We foresee future Bitgert cost expectations Brise estimate by applying profound man-made consciousness helped specialized examination on the past value information of Bitgert. We give our altogether greatest authentic information for the Brise coin, which incorporate numerous boundaries like past value, Bitgert market cap, Bitgert volume and barely any more. Assuming you are hoping to put resources into computerized digital forms of money and need great profit from your ventures, try to peruse our forecasts. Bitgert value expectation outline. Bitgert Brise is expected to arrive at a most extreme cost of $0.036 continuously 2025. With the ongoing cost of $0.017, Bitgert holds its ground on the lookout. The typical extended cost for Bitgert in 2030 is supposed to be $0.002, with expected fluctuation somewhere in the range of $0.002 and $0.002. Our Bitgert long-haul gauge for 2050 recommends Brise possibly going somewhere in the range of $0.0159 and $0.0179. Bitgert Brise is gauged to arrive at a typical cost of $0.0111 toward the finish of 2040. Bitgert value expectation 2024. The cost of one Bitgert is supposed to reach at the very least degree of $0.00021 in 2024. The Brise cost can arrive at a greatest degree of $0.00024 with the typical cost of $0.00021 all through 2024. Bitgert value forecast 2025. As per our profound specialized examination on past value information of Brise, in 2025 the cost of Bitgert is determined to be at around a base worth of $0.003. The Bitgert value worth can arrive at a limit of $0.036 with the typical exchanging worth of $0.031 in USD. Brise value estimate for 2026. According to the estimate cost and specialized examination, in 2026, the cost of Bitgert is anticipated to reach at any rate level of $0.00044. The Brise cost can arrive at a most extreme degree of $0.00053 with a typical exchanging cost of $0.00045. Bitgert Brise value forecast 2027. The cost of Bitgert is anticipated to reach at any rate worth of $0.00062 in 2027. The Bitgert cost could arrive at a most extreme worth of $0.00076 with the typical exchanging cost of $0.00064 all through 2027. Bitgert value forecast 2028. Bitgert cost is estimate to arrive at a most minimal conceivable degree of $0.00091 in 2028. According to our discoveries, the Brise cost could arrive at a most extreme conceivable degree of $0.00001 with the typical figure cost of $0.00094. Bitgert value expectation 2029. The cost of Bitgert is anticipated to reach at the very least degree of $0.00001 in 2029. The Bitgert cost can arrive at a most extreme degree of $0.00002 with the typical cost of $0.00001 all through 2029. Bitgert Brise value expectation 2030. Bitgert cost is figured to arrive at a most reduced conceivable degree of $0.00002 in 2030. According to our discoveries, the Brise cost could arrive at a most extreme conceivable degree of $0.00002 with a typical conjecture cost of $0.00002. Bitgert value estimate 2031. As per our profound specialized examination on past value information of Brise, in 2031 the cost of Bitgert is anticipated to reach at any rate level of $0.003. The Brise cost can arrive at a greatest degree of $0.003 with the typical exchanging cost of $0.003. Bitgert Brise value expectation 2032. According to the figure and specialized examination, in 2032 the cost of Bitgert is supposed to reach at the very least value worth of $0.004. The Brise cost can arrive at a most extreme value worth of $0.5 with a typical worth of $0.4. Bitgert value forecast 2033. The cost of Bitgert is anticipated to reach at any rate worth of $0.6 in 2033. The Bitgert cost could arrive at a most extreme worth of $0.7 with a typical exchanging cost of $0.6 all through 2033. Bitgert value estimate 2040. Analyzing authentic execution gives setting. However, it is critical to perceive that previous presentation isn't demonstrative of future outcomes. According to the gauge and specialized examination, in 2040 the cost of Bitgert is supposed to reach at least value worth of $0.3. The Brise cost can arrive at a most extreme value worth of $0.124 with the typical worth of $0.111. Brise value estimate for 2050. The reception and certifiable use instances of a cryptographic money are similarly imperative contemplations. Projects with common sense applications and broad reception are bound to persevere over the long haul. According to the Bitgert cost conjecture for 2050, Brise is expected to arrive at a most extreme value worth of $0.179 in 2050. The base anticipated cost of Brise coin in 2050 is supposed to be around $0.159, while the typical cost of the Bitgert for 2050 is projected to be $0.167. Bitgert value estimate facts. How high could Bitgert at any point go? The typical cost of Bitgert Brise could go to $0.021 before the current year's over. Assuming we gauge the 5-year plan, it is assessed that the coin will effortlessly come to the $0.094 mark. What amount does Bitgert cost in 2025? The cost of Bitgert will increment as additional financial backers engage in the venture. In year 2025, Bitgert will be worth about a normal cost of $0.031. What amount will Bitgert be worth in 2030? As far as value, Bitgert has a remarkable potential to arrive at new levels. It is gauged that Brise will increment in esteem. As per explicit specialists and business experts, Bitgert can raise a ruckus around town cost of $0.2 till 2030. What will be the Brise most elevated figure cost for 2024? The Brise cost is supposed to arrive at a most extreme degree of $0.024 toward the finish of 2024. Is Bitgert Brise a wise venture? Bitgert's worth is supposed to keep on extending, as deficiency will in general support cost rise. If it's not too much trouble, note, there is a gamble to any venture. Simply put resources into what you can achieve prior to arriving at any resolutions and direct the greatest exploration conceivable.